right, we are live on Facebook. We'll see who tunes in on a Thursday night
Should I sit over there?
at 9:30. Yeah, my head's blocking me.
It's okay. It's away from the States.
Probably gonna get nobody to tune in on a Thursday night. We'll see. I'll just randomly start playing some clips. I don't even know what clips we have here. And we have the intro clip. All right, we'll take down that little video, just something to get started with. So, can we do an audio check? Can somebody tell me that you can hear my voice?
Check, check.
Let me know. Hey, Ted, how you doing?
Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Your head's covering me again.
I'm sorry, I have a huge head, Eric. Hey, Marianne, how are you? All right, you guys are saying you can hear us. Now, can you hear Eric?
Can
Eric?
you hear me? Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3.
All right,
Check,
perfect. So we're just here setting up at the end of the falls. This is our last event for the season. It's been a crazy season. It's been a crazy year. We've been to quite a few places. Been busy.
At least, oh my God.
And this year, the first place we started was here at the end of the falls.
Yeah.
We had the live investigation.
That's right.
And we had quite a few experiences here at the end of the falls. For me personally, it was the towel that flew off the shelf in my bathroom, and then the table that somehow moved 12 feet across the floor. And then you told me that your wife saw like a child run by her in her room.
I remember that room was crazy. The room we were in that we spent like most of our time in beside Aaron's room, 105. That room I spent almost my whole night there. Just, what was it that was going off? It was Georgie and something else that was going off. And then we had Spirit Box going.
It was the music box.
Yeah.
Was going off strange all night long. And we couldn't really explain it.
In the music box, like Cornwall Jail, it didn't go off once.
No. We'll have to put it back up in 105 and see what happens. Oh, so Jessica says that she can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
And we have Bob Smith, hey, from the couch by the Rock, Davenport, Iowa, across the river from Rock Island, Illinois. Well, thanks for tuning in, Bob. This is not a scheduled live. We're here simply, we're going to try this beer. Let's see if I can hold it up.
The haunted beer.
So here at the Inn of the Falls, they have a beer that they created, influenced by Room 105, which is the spirit room here. So the room where they see an old lady at the window. We'll be spending some time there this weekend, and we will be live. So we're going to taste this beer. We're going to see how it is. Eric really doesn't like beer, so we'll see how this goes. So This is a cherried dark lager.
Cherry, eh? Wow.
And what's the percentage on it?
Like 17% or something.
It's not 17%.
It's gonna be like malt liquor. Isn't it?
It's not malt liquor. I mean, it is the size of a 40 ounce, I guess.
It's like those other ones there.
I see 5.5,
That would make
5.8.
sense. That would make sense.
I can't see. It's too dark.
I see.
5.8.
It's 5.8 alcohol. Strong beer. Comes in a 750 milliliter bottle. Do you want to read the back?
You can have the. Is there text?
Yeah.
Okay, let's read it.
Room 105. The William Mulock. Is that it? William Mulock? Room, or as some know it, the spirit room. Many stories dating back decades of the inn's history tell of spooky experiences that are not easily explained. This dark and playful cherry dark lager celebrates the dark and playful spirits that inhabit Room 105.
I mean, there's definitely spirits in that room.
There's something in that room, that's for sure.
Remember when we were all in there and Erin had the dowsing rods? And we're like, how
That's
many?
where she
of you-
really had a lot going on with those dowsing rods. That's where like I found she got like became a professional at those dowsing rods was in
Yeah. What it was like 8 people were in the room or something.
Yeah, I remember.
And then we had her use the dowsing rods to point to where all the spirits were, and we had one beside each of us, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, it's not the biggest room. It's like half the size of this room.
It's a tiny room.
Well, it's also because there's a huge bed.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's try to open this. I wanted you to open it, but I guess I got it.
Oh,
It's foaming. Is that a good sign for beer? Oh, I'm gonna take the bottle. Eric doesn't like beer, so I'll just drink from the
so
bottle.
why did you do this?
I don't know. I got beer all over my hands now. Is there any paper towel over there?
I don't know how I thought it was gonna go smooth though.
I don't know why it's so foamy.
It looks like Coke.
Well, it's dark cherry beer. Foam all over my hands. Okay.
You know, most people wouldn't accept all this foam in a beer, right? All right.
Yeah, but maybe it's the way I opened it. So
You're just
Crystal
gonna, like,
says
bottle
that's a wicked bottle of beer for the
It
beer.
is actually. When you look at the bottle, it's a very nice bottle.
It's kind of like a wine bottle.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe it is. Maybe the lady in the window will want a beer with you, Elliot. And I know, Ted, do you see her here with me?
So the phone goes down quick. I guess. It's so dark.
Well, this is Mahaffey's room, so I don't know if there's a lady in here. But Ted, if you pick up on something, Ted,
All right,
let me
so
know.
Are we doing this?
Are we tasting this?
Sure.
No cheers? Yeah. All right. It foamed out of my mouth. It's actually very light. It's not dark. Like it doesn't have a strong flavor profile. I can taste the cherry. It's interesting.
It is. It's not bad. Could you have like multiple of it? Or is it like a sit down beer?
Well, it goes down easy. Like
It does.
it
It's not-
doesn't have a hoppy taste at all. Like it's not like
Like
an
you taste the
IPA or
cherry.
anything like that.
You taste the cherry.
It's not the typical craft beer taste. If a cherry Coke were beer, I would say this is pretty much it. I mean, is that it, Eric? You're not going to finish it?
The sips I had were great.
Well, what's the flavor profile?
All I tasted was cherry and beer.
Cherry beer.
Yeah. So it's like it's what it's labeled to be is what it is. Sadly, I'm not really a beer person. I like but it isn't bad. It reminds me of like I don't want to say another brand, but You know the other ones that come in that bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same.
That's good. It's not bad. I mean,
No, it's not bad at all.
I mean, it's enjoyable.
I can see how even someone who doesn't like beer could drink that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a nice beverage. So Ted says he doesn't see a woman, but he does see a child, male, beside Eric between the couch and the door.
Always children with me, man.
He has a scent of lime for some reason.
Lime. I like lime.
It's just a good beer. I like it. Well, if you come to Muskoka, Bracebridge, get yourself a Room 105 beer.
Do they sell it at other like restaurants and like?
No, you can only buy it here, but if you come here, you can buy a bottle.
Okay.
Just
It's not bad for the size of the bottle. It's like $7.
Hey Tracy, how you doing? So we're just hanging out in the room. We just did some setup for this weekend's event. This is our last event for the season. We had I can't even know how many people come out to investigate with us, but it was a great season. A lot of experiences.
Lots of great stuff happened this year.
Yeah. I really look forward to what people find in the review groups.
What was the star location for you?
I'd have to say that the Milliken Tail,
I was gonna
and
say the same.
it has to be like G and Ream when they had the table move on them.
Crazy. That was like the same quality as when the Ouija board moved from Archie. It's like the same, like that was wild. And they're coming this weekend.
Yeah, they're going to be here this weekend with us. So the Milliken Tail for the August public investigation, a table kind of levitated and shifted in a way in the gatehouse, and it's so dark in there that you can't see your hand in front of your face. And they're asking questions saying, can you do something for us? Can you knock? Can you do anything? And as they're asking that, the table is literally moving, and they don't realize it till after the session that the table has actually moved like 1.5 to 2 feet.
This isn't a small table.
It's a heavy table.
Yeah, this is a dining room table.
Yeah. No, that was a great experience. But for you, out of our private investigations, which one did you enjoy the most? Out of the Shanley, the Conjuring House,
I would
the
have
Inn at
to
the
say the one
Falls,
that sticks with me the most.
Fort Henry.
Well, I like Fort Henry, but I'd have to say for our private event, I was really happy to get into Cornwall privately. Like us alone.
Yeah, because you guys had those footsteps walk towards you.
Yeah. That hallway, it's that hallway. I always get stuff in that hallway, like the hello, there's something over there that I can always get to communicate with me.
Yeah, Cornwall, it's a different vibe than all the other places we investigate. It has a darker, almost sinister feel to it. Yeah. I find.
I would agree with you in a couple of the cell blocks. Like the windowless cell block, I think whatever is there is angry. But I think whatever is with me in that back hallway, it's nothing to be scared of.
You mean the Lady in Black?
If that's who's there. I
think it's Henry Sagan, the Lady in Black. I don't know. For me, I mean, I don't know. Like the hallway, I just feel like something's watching you at Cornwall Jail. Like I feel like you're being watched. I don't feel like
any corner of that hallway.
Yeah, but we have picked up a lot of swearing on EVP.
Yeah.
I guess for me, it's that area where the interview room is, and that dark room with the shower.
And you guys really noticed that during our private event, like Josh and Corey had their experience there in that interview room where they saw the shadow figure and that. And you've been seeing shadow figures at Cornwall Jail this year like crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. Cornwall Jail and shadow figures is unbelievable. I mean, it's, it's in the footsteps, like everywhere.
In a place that you wouldn't hear footsteps. Do you know what I mean? It's like concrete floor everywhere.
Yeah, and then being there completely alone, being in the Cornwall Jail completely alone, all the county staff are gone, and you're hearing footsteps. And you're seeing dark shadows.
I think that's the place where we're setting up, that there's the most going on while we're setting up.
Oh, for sure.
Like nonstop, there's just stuff going off. Even when I'm giving my tours, like inside the jail, it's like stuff's going off. I think that makes people think that there's nothing going on because it's happening while the tour is going on. I'm like, that shouldn't be happening. But because it's happening, it kind of like downplays it, I guess. I don't know. Because a lot of stuff happens that goes unnoticed.
Oh, all the time, for
Yeah,
sure,
it's
100%,
wild.
100%. We heard a whistle clearly in the Cornwall jail. It was crazy. Yeah, Crystal. I mean, Kyle is not, with us now, but he's obsessed with the whistling at Cornwall jail from our private investigation there in March. He was doing our audio, and he kept talking about this whistling, and we were all hearing the whistling all throughout the jail.
But
We were
it's
hearing
even-
whistling.
But it's even like before our last event that night where I went downstairs with the ghost box like 4 times because you were hearing whispering in the Wi-Fi, like in the live.
Yeah.
You just kept hearing like it was somebody talking in the background. Every time I went down, there was nothing.
And you got some stuff when you went. Like I heard talking like when,
Yeah.
when you went down there. But the whistling, that's definitely an interesting anomaly. Hold on, Tracy. What did you say? I'm good. Good to see you guys. Drink looks yummy. It is pretty good. Eric doesn't like it. It's the investigation this weekend. Never mind. I just heard you say it. What time does it start? So the guests are checking in tomorrow around 4 or 5 o'clock. We're going to have dinner. We're going to do an orientation. We'll probably start the live at around 8, a bit after 8 o'clock. So we'll have like maybe 2 or 3 views of the investigation. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be different for us because we're so used to a fast-paced public investigation where we're continuously working with people that are coming in hourly, whereas this time we can spend the entire weekend with people participating in the investigation.
You'll actually see us investigating for a difference.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see us in there doing some investigating as well. And what's so great about this weekend is that we have access to the pub. And the pub is where Bob the Ghost is. And this is an area that the staff have told me that daily they come in and things have moved around and picture frames on the walls have moved. We just talked to Riley this evening, and he said that he thought something grabbed him at one point. But
he said it's more that he doesn't know, the better.
Yeah, he doesn't want to know about it. But people do experience things in the pub. And this is a place that I look forward to, I guess, the most of investigating this weekend is the pub area.
Even this area that we're in right now, I'm kind of excited to.
The Mahaffey Suite?
Maybe I'll have to do a ghost box.
Yeah, maybe. I've had some more of this beer. I mean, the drink it while it's cold. Room 105.
That's good. Yeah, that's sold it right there.
Anytime you're in Muskoka, come to the Inn of the Falls and get yourself a wine bottle of the haunted Room 105 dark cherry beer. Lighter. Does it say lighter?
I don't know.
It is a lighter. There we go. All right. Oh man. I think I have a few clips from our investigation here in February. Just let me look. I have some tourism stuff. We can't hear this if we watch it, but the ghost cat. Remember there's a ghost cat here?
That's probably why I'm getting my allergy.
And then we had the meow on audio, so let's see if we can hear the ghost cat. Tell me if you guys can hear this.
And sometimes I think part of why they work is because, like, if someone's like, "Oh, do you have intuition? Are you intuitive?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"No."
No.
So because I don't, are you intuitive? I'm like,
Yeah.
"No."
No.
So because I don't, are you intuitive? I'm like,
Yeah.
"No."
No.
So because I don't really think about it,
Yeah.
that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
Like I probably am intuitive. I'm just like, oh, what?
No. What?
I'm
Yeah.
what? All right.
Let me know if you guys can hear the cat in that. So when I play these clips, we can't hear it. It's just the way that this streaming program works, but you guys can hear it. That's for sure. Muskoka is great. You remember watching this? Yeah. The ghost cat. A lot of places have ghost cats. The cat is on the pillow right now, Ted? Or like in the clip with Ariana? So we'll have to make sure that we try to call over. I feel dumb at Murney Tower when Corey and I were there recently for that 1 hour investigation, and there's a ghost cat there as well, and I just felt dumb on camera going, like just over and over again. It felt weird.
We'll just have to put a lot of cat balls in that room.
I don't know, like, okay, in the clip. So maybe the ghost cat is in room 105. So Sarah, I wonder what this is.
Is your name Sarah?
Yes.
Is that her name?
Yes.
Is that her name?
Yes.
Is that her name?
Well, I kind of church it as Jessie Sarah, but don't know which one.
Well, she doesn't go by Jessie, I don't think. Do you go by Jess? That was a different voice. That was a different voice. That was a different voice.
That might be a yes, I don't know. Did you go by Sarah? Did you go by Sarah? Did you go by Sarah? Not answering.
All right. Couldn't hear that, so I don't know. I really don't remember, because this is all back from February, so I don't remember what that was. I think maybe a spirit box. Was it a spirit box session? All right. I think this is a good way to end the season, with a more intimate investigation style event. I think
Yeah,
it's definitely a good finish. And of course, we have our Perth jail investigation next week. A little bit of team get together to end off the season before Christmas comes.
Or we will have another Christmas special.
Yeah. No. And then we'll start the 2023 season.
You
I don't-
bringing Big Boss Man back to Yad for the Christmas?
I don't think any of our followers remember Big Boss Man, because that was so many years ago.
That was like the beginning. That was like crazy that he did that to people.
I know if Ted's still watching, he probably remembers Big Boss Man. But he hasn't died. He's still alive. Maybe one day we'll bring him back.
Just to kill him off.
Yeah. I don't know. So here's an EVP. I haven't marked check upstairs. I'm not sure what this is, but tell me if you guys can hear this.
I'm glad I didn't sleep in here.
Well, that's good.
I said I would.
I stood over here for a second, but I don't like.
You don't
for
like the
some reason,
bathroom?
I don't like my back here.
I know, I never like having my back to anything. I am back to this chair, but
Well, I'll sit in this chair.
all right. Are you okay with someone sitting in your chair? Cross their eyes if you're okay. All right. Are you okay with someone sitting in your chair? Cross the rods if you're okay. All right. Are you okay with someone sitting in your chair? Cross the rods if you're okay. Yes. All right. Thank you.
I think you wore a uniform for the first couple times.
So, Ted, you remember Big Boss Man in the uniform, and I don't remember having a uniform. Are you talking about my cowboy hat?
Well, yeah, it was a uniform. You had your little. Like,
But is it cowboy hat? Because our first event in 2018 was at the Ottawa Jail Hostel. And I was told there that back in the day that the guards had cowboy hats.
Yeah.
So we got a cowboy hat to play the guard because that's where I strung you up and I hung you.
Yeah.
So if you go way far back on our Facebook page to videos, you'll see some clips of Boss Man, quite a few of them. And one of them I actually hang Eric with a bag over his head at the Ottawa Jail Hostel.
It's a very cool video. I'm actually 8 stories up.
The hat and the dark shirt. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was the same. Big Boss Man was always wearing the same thing.
Yeah.
And for those watching who don't know about Big Boss Man, so when we first started doing events, we wanted to raise the energy in a jail. So I would act as a guard and I would bring people in one by one in complete darkness and I would lock them into a cell.
And we give them inmate numbers. Remember that?
Yeah, the first times we did, yeah. And then the job of the people was to give shit to Big Boss Man. So the more you misbehaved at the jail, the more likely I would stick you alone in solitary or in a place by yourself in complete darkness. And I mean, people really ripped into Boss
Oh
Man.
my god, the people you wouldn't
Horrible.
expect.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the nicest, like older ladies, like yelling at you, saying the most vulgar stuff I've ever heard.
But it worked. It raised the energy in the jail.
It did.
It definitely raised the energy in the jail for the investigation, for sure. All right, guys. Well, we came on here just to kind of try that beer and just to say hi to everybody. If you guys have any questions for us, you can feel free to ask. We're kind of just shooting the shit, relaxing. We got a busy weekend ahead of us, but a fun weekend, and we're really looking forward to it. And then after this week, we can finally relax and spend more time with our families because, the Phantoms of Yore is not what we do full time. We all have full time careers on top of that. Now, we're sleeping here tonight, and now Ted told us about this kid that's here who smells like lime. So,
Where I'm sleeping, not where you're sleeping.
Ted, does the kid go upstairs too?
I'll be watching TV trying to sleep.
AG, yeah, we're actually looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I was telling Eric you were coming, and he's like, "Oh yeah." So
Maybe
yeah.
we can get another table to levitate.
Yeah, there's going to be quite a few familiar faces here this weekend, so we're actually looking forward to it. And I think they said there's 2 rooms left, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 rooms left for this weekend. Just 2 rooms. It's going to be a busy inn this weekend. See if I can find one more Inn of the Falls clip. This one I have marked as I'm Melvin.
Why does that sound familiar? I remember that.
Yeah, it says I'm Melvin.
Yeah, go.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's play it.
Alright, so you've been on the live for last time?
What?
You've been on the live?
They're on the live.
No, I put you on.
What did you?
Yeah, and Ted said that there was someone with you that was trying to touch your hat. And that the ladies have an Agnes. Masks on video.
Yeah. Okay, I was just the only thing I noticed that I was pulling up my pants, but I'm trying to remember what that was. He loves attention, and the ceiling fan keeps him from reaching for it. Oh, he keeps reaching for the fan. You want to give him a boost? No. So Eric, if you're sleeping and that thing all of a sudden starts turning,
Watch, it's gonna be
you'll
on
have
the
to say
sensor
that you'll have to
or
see that it's the little boy.
something.
Gee, the rooms that are left, there are 2 rooms left at the Inn of the Falls for this weekend. They are in the back area, which would have been the carriage house. So not in the inn where we are now, but in the back by the pub, which used to be the carriage house. So those are the 2 rooms that are left. Oh, we got 9 people watching. I mean, this live is doing a lot better than our weekend lives at the investigations. We usually have like 3 or 4 people watching. And I think everybody's on Facebook. Oh, we got 1 person on YouTube. So does the YouTube viewer want to make themselves known? We don't have any YouTube comments. Everybody's on Facebook.
Oh, we lost a viewer. That was them.
Was it? No. They're still there. They're still there. Yeah, so we are trying to get a few more sites for next season, in the Eastern Ontario area. So we have a few things in mind, and we're going to work on that for next season. We are talking about eliminating the summer season and kind of having the spring and fall season just due to the daylight hours, it being extremely hot at these sites because during the summer, some of these sites are like saunas, like literally saunas in these buildings. So we're thinking about just having a spring season, so maybe starting around March and ending around June, and then restarting in September for the fall season. It's just crazy hot in some of these places. It's just craziness. Hey, Rain, we're really looking forward to seeing you too. All right, I'll try to find one more clip. I'll see if we got something else from the Inn of the Falls. I got clips from other locations if you guys want to throw out a location you want to see some clips from. I mean, I got clips from all sorts of places. So here's one that I tagged Helen. Helen.
Do you like us? Right.
Anything?
No.
I can't see. So
I got no
see, yeah.
response.
Anything?
No.
I can't. Anything?
No.
I can't see. So
I got
can't
no
see, yeah.
response. Yeah, see, I can see them a little bit, but I
Okay.
can feel them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't move.
So I guess that was an EVP from looking at it. I can't hear it, so I don't know. I think that was an EVP. The name Helen. Well, Marianne, thank you so much for giving us the feedback. Cornwall Jail is an awesome place to investigate, and a lot of people don't realize that it's not only what happens that you can see or hear in the moment, it's what you catch on camera. Yeah, Crystal, there's a bunch of sites. If you just had your first one this year, you got to check out some of the other sites for sure. They all have a different vibe. Wait, isn't there a ghost cat here? We just played the clip. All right, just for you because you're coming this weekend, I'll play the clip again for you. So here's the cat.
And sometimes I think part of why they work is because, like, if someone's like, "Oh, do you have intuition? Are you intuitive?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"No."
No.
So because I don't, are you intuitive? I'm like,
Yeah.
"No."
No.
So because I don't, are you intuitive? I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
No.
So because I don't really think about it,
Yeah.
that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
Like I probably am intuitive. I'm just like, oh, what?
What?
I'm
Yeah.
what? All right.
And there's the cat.
Dun, dun,
And I want to remind everybody that this beer, 105, the dark cherry lager, is delicious. And if you're ever at the end of the falls in Bracebridge, Ontario, in the Muskokas, drop by and pick up a bottle.
What's it called?
It's called Room 105. Thank you. Natasha, are you going to spend the entire weekend trying to find this ghost cat? We have plenty of cat balls.
Yeah, that's it.
I think we should put like 5 of them like in like a circle and just see. Oh, what did Ted say? This message brought to you by Elliot Lucanar. Yeah, it's a paid promotion. I get free 105 beer for the entire weekend.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine?
Oh, Natasha, so you are going to chase that cat all weekend. Did you guys catch anything in the schoolroom at Fort Henry? If you go to our YouTube channel, I did a little bit of review for Fort Henry. I think that Aaron had a lot going on in the classroom because that's what they told us, but we didn't get anything there.
No.
So Aaron and Tori spent some time in the classroom and they got a lot of stuff, but when we went there, it was pretty quiet for us. We didn't get too much there. Now I'm going to look at my Fort Henry clips, and I don't really have anything here. Let's see. No, Fort Henry. We've never done a live on Fort Henry before, so I don't have much for clips for Fort Henry. I'm surprised we never did that during COVID, because remember we were going through all the sites and playing clips?
Yeah.
Oh, but because we have a lot of great stuff from Fort Henry.
We do.
Oh, well, I guess that's something to do during our off season in the winter. We'll go through the Fort Henry stuff. But I got nothing there. Is it just you and Eric from POY who are there this weekend? Yeah, it's just us. Just us. E&E.
The originals.
Well, we have Aaron too, so there we have an E and E. We have 3 E's.
3 E's, GJ.
3 E's. That's for sure. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff from Fort Henry. We just have never gone around to doing a live about Fort Henry. We have tons of stuff here from other sites, but I don't know why we never did it. Never did a live about Fort Henry. We should, because we got that soldier in the hallway there.
Yeah.
You know, there is a live somewhere where I'm kind of like breaking down that figure that we caught in the hallway, which we're hoping to catch again sometime. Well, I think that's it, guys. We just wanted to come on and try that beer. So we're going to sign off now because we have a long weekend with lots of live stuff coming this weekend. So tune in this weekend. I'd say probably from 8 o'clock on Friday, and we might start earlier, maybe around 7 on Saturday. We will not be going live from the Woodchester house because we only have it for so many hours each night. But I am going to set up in the pub. So we will set up in the pub at some point. So we wish everyone a great weekend. If anyone wants to come down to the end of the falls, there are still 2 rooms left. So go to our event page and click on the link. And if you want to come down to join the weekend, feel free to. And yeah, I'm going to try to finish the rest of this delicious cherried dark lager,
That's
room 105 beer. And the description is room 105, the William Mullock room, or as some know it, the Spirit Room. Many stories dating back decades of the inn's history tell of a spooky experiences that are not easily explained. This dark and playful cherry dark lager celebrates the dark and playful spirits that inhabit room 105. It's interesting how they say the dark and playful spirits. I mean, in everything I've learned about that room and what we experienced, there's nothing dark.
no. I don't think it's dark.
I say it's not dark,
Just the
and
beer's dark.
I don't know. I mean, Ted, if you are going to tune in this weekend,
Let us know.
tell us what's going on in room 105. I don't know if you tuned in last time. Extra hour of sleep on Saturday. That is true. So that is the bonus if you come to the event this weekend, is that you get an extra hour of time. It's daylight saving time.
Oh, that's right.
So we get a bonus hour. So that means, once it hits 2 a.m., it's really 1 a.m.
Nice.
So then we get another hour.
To sleep.
Or we can go, hey, let's go get an extra hour of sleep. No, it's going to be a good weekend. And for all that's coming, remember, you can purchase a room 105 dark cherry lager downstairs.
What's the name again?
Room 105 dark cherry lager. You can purchase this downstairs
At what hotel?
at the end of the falls. I'll throw that out one more time. And I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just getting free 105, room 105, haunted beer.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody.